It's a brand new day. It's a brand new day.
Educators working together with our districts and our families are the way we're not just going to reopen schools safely, but we're going to have a welcoming and safe year that helps our kids recover.
And now we're at a place where we can start thriving and working together and building that community.
Showing the community how enthusiastic we are to finally be back in school with our students.
I love the teachers for this. I'm looking forward to them going back to in school.
It's a brand new day. It's a brand new day. It's a brand new day. It's a brand new day.
Who loves learning in this room?
I think just being back in school, back in their environment, this has been a really great school year.
After a year and a half of being virtual in, out, was just amazing to see them.
They need the one-on-one connection.
To make sure that they're focused, that they're doing their work.
And seeing their brains and their eyes just light up when they finally learn something new.
We're in a mental health crisis for our kids and for each other. Everyone needs that support. It's really hard to get access.
We have a trauma benefit that's free for all of our members, so that you'd have some of those resources at the ready.
With the pandemic and everything else that has happened, the school shootings, the shooting of George Floyd, our kids have been inundated with a lot of different trauma. One of my favorite things is teaching kids to notice the emotions and name them before it starts to control them.
I've seen a lot of unfinished learning in their social emotional development. So we're working hard to teach them some social skills that they need to get along with one another.
We have the other community entrance on the other side too, where families come in.
It's not just school open from 9 a.m. to 4 p.m. This is the living, breathing community center.
But Ms. Powers is all about the moms, all about helping the families.
Parents come here for English classes, or they come here for social emotional services as well.
Schools that had wraparound service providers or community schools, institutions embedded into their day-to-day work, were far better equipped to handle the pandemic and the post-pandemic issues.
I would say that I think this is really the future of where we need to be going with pediatric medicine in particular, is bringing the services to where the needs are.
As we are back in school,
Our push for school meals for all is really important, but it has to be connected with the push for healthy school meals for all, where kids have agency in this work.
Nobody wants to try to teach a hangry child, you know? So again, that's just one less thing we don't have to worry about.
So I'm glad that my union is stepping in to help the free lunch for all, so that everybody can eat a nutritious meal every day.
We are about to fulfill Mrs. Pedersen's wish and campaign on donors' choose.
Your national union decided we were going to fulfill all those requests.
Here.
Oh, thank you so much.
You're
I really
welcome.
appreciate this.
We, through the AFT, are paying for your entire donor choose. That's amazing. What we're doing is we want to say thank you. You're welcome. And appreciate the herculean effort of teachers and support staff across America who have done everything in this pandemic.
Many of these kids for 3 to 4 years have not had a great Christmas. They have not had presents. They have not seen books. Everyone came together and we committed 10,000 books to come to Puerto Rico. Está en inglés, sí, en inglés y te ayuda a...
I see that some of the students that struggle in English class were really interested in English language books.
Along with the free books that the children got today, we also did some bookmarks for them, and it talks about creating a strong reader, just different tips for the parents if they need any extra help at home to work on that home to school connection with the parents.
Today's African American Read-In was a celebration not only of African Americans, but of Black literature.
You right there have examples in history of how you can overcome.
Building their own personal library collections encourages them to dream, opening the world to them through literature.
We don't want our kids to be indoctrinated with gender neutrality nonsense and racist critical race theory.
She's teaching this stuff. She deserves to be bullied.
What does the term civil rights mean to you?
Our union will defend any member who gets in trouble for teaching honest history.
Well, we know the anti-CRT bill came out of a right-wing think tank. It was not something that anyone was genuinely asking for.
All these hurtful bills are aimed at really dismantling public education and putting a false narrative out there.
Our teachers are getting fed up of being politicized, vaguely calling them sexual predators. We push back against that kind of rhetoric that we were hearing on social media.
If we are not all in to push back against this, then nobody's rights are safe. We've got to stand together as a community.
We wanted to stay out of the distractions. And so the culture war conversations for us was minimized because we stuck to the issues with legislators. Right now, we got to figure out how to get to the root cause of so many teachers and even school employees deciding to get out of the profession.
It's no secret there's a teacher shortage nationwide.
The summer school districts are scrambling to hire more teachers because of a major teacher shortage.
The Florida Education Association says there are more than 9,000 teacher and faculty vacancies. This shortage goes beyond teachers. There's, of course, faculty shortages. There's also a huge bus driver shortage in our region.
We have some young people from the School of Education. We have a teacher shortage all over this country. And these young people, we got to put our arms around them and support them. They are volunteering their services today, give back to these students by delivering books and giving out books, having reading sessions with these young people.
I come from the same background that these kids come from. We really don't have a lot of teachers. I feel like me coming from my generation, I'm ready to tackle that, and I'm ready to inspire kids.
They're not backing up teachers when it comes to their professionalism. They're not treating us like professionals.
A lot of teachers, myself included, just don't feel safe.
My position has been used for coverage.
Once we get into teachers being absent, students are placed in other rooms. So at one point in my classroom, I had 48 students for an extended amount of time.
They're undermining our profession.
This is going to be the first graduating class from Eastside High School, future teachers.
It's just so important for the future, for the country, for you to become teachers.
The announcement I'm making today is that the AFT is going to make sure that every aspiring teacher is going to have a $2,500 stipend for the summer semester.
So being able to have the stipend, it's like a weight lifted off our shoulders. Us being able to come back to Newark and connect with students as well is going to be really life-changing.
I'm proud that our union is focusing on raising up another generation of teachers.
Ms. Weingarten, on behalf of the entire Teacher Academy class, I would like to formally invite you to our graduation in June of 2023.
This is more than a building. This is a symbol of hope, of possibility, of promises kept. That's the lesson of Reconnect McDowell.
One of the biggest issues was retention of teachers because there was no affordable housing, and that became the dream for building the Renaissance Village.
Now being a tenant of this new building, I am thankful for the vision that led to this building being built.
Having this apartment here allows me to stay close. I feel like this building is allowing for a fresh start, a newness in the city of Welch to build newer things, greater things.